them up, right? First rule is what?
Don't die.
Correct. What's the second rule?
Don't get punched in the face.
Correct. Okay? How do I not get punched in the face?
By breaking his posture.
Get his hands on the ground. If his hands on the ground, it's much harder for him to punch me in the face effectively. Right? I get it. No, I don't want that to happen. Right? I can also, when he postures up there, I can lift my hips up, right? And I can try to knock him over, right? And his hands will get to the ground, but that's a lot more work, right? Especially after COVID. John, was a lot easier to do this with before COVID, right? But I want to get his hands to the ground. So when I get his hands to the ground, I get his hip CPR, I get my leg flat, I go hook his foot, right? I do my elbow escape. I start shrimping, I get my underhook, right? The goal is to keep pressure on John this whole time. I'm controlling the inside of his arms. If I control the outside of his arms, he can roll free, he can still hit me in the face, right? So I want to control the inside of his arms. I've got an underhook, which means he has to grab that. If he doesn't, try to hit me with that hand, right? I'm going to take his back and I'm going to murder him. He doesn't want that. Trust me, right? So I'm going to control the inside of his arm. I get to my head is tight. That way if he does hit me because he's more athletic than me, at least he breaks his hand on the top of my head. Right? We call it the Mr. Dumpling defense. Right? I render his fists clueless with my face. Right? So I'm controlling his arms. Now, once I get to this position, I'm going to chop my legs because I don't want to be underneath him. Like I said, John has, don't tell him, he's getting early. Right? So he's much heavier up here than he used to be. No, I guess like 8. Right? So I don't want him on top of me. I'm going to move myself. He's too strong and manly for me to move him. Right? If I try to push into him and I push into him, he's just going to cross face me. I'm going to be back on my back. Right? So instead of trying to move him and get up into him, I'm going to put that foot on the ground. Right? And before I put that foot on the ground, I'm going to chop that leg. I'm going to make a nice loud noise that scares the children. Right? As I do that, I'm going to pop up to my free elbow. Boom! Pop up to my elbow, right? Now I'm reaching past him. My pinky is high. I'm fancy. I drink a lot of tea. Trust me. I'm just kidding. Tea is gross, right? But if my pinky is still high, if my pinky is down, John is going to whizzer in hard on my shoulder and smack my face to the ground. I got enough of that when I was a kid, right? So I'm going to keep my pinky high. Right now, John can whizzer all he wants, but I got a nice strong shoulder, right? If John takes that other hand off the ground and tries to hit me with it, I'm reaching past him to put weight into him. Does that make sense? Yep, you can slap me in the head, that's fine. I don't care. Man, I already lost all my hair, no big deal. Right? Once I get up to that elbow, I'm going to take this back foot, if you can't see, go around to our good side. Let's be honest, it's slightly less quiet. Right? I'm going to get him around that end. I'm going to take this outside foot, I'm going to find his heel here. I'm going to pull it towards my butt. You see what that does to his hips? It turns his hips. His head went to the ground because his hips are starting to turn and he's old. Right? I'm just kidding. You're not. I am. No, he's not. No. Right? So as I turn those hips, I'm going to pop up to my knees. And I start coming up. I'm going to put my elbow on the ground. I'm not going to fight him way up where he's strong, up by his shoulders. If I start reaching up for his shoulders, John's going to whizzer in on me and dump me back down, and now it's a rough day. Right? I want to keep my weight low here. I want to keep down around his hips. Now I'm just going to walk my butt around his butt. Collapse to the ground. Flip arm out. Now I'm in side control. And I remount. Alright? A lot of little things. I get it. I know. It's okay. Right? We're going to work through them all. John's going to break me down. Boom! Hands hit the ground. He's going to go through his elbow escape. Yeah? He gets to his side. I whizzer. I don't let him out. I start to try to cross face him. Control with my bicep. Right? Now he's going to chop that back leg to pop up to his elbow. Boom. Right? Now I can't cross face him. If I do, I'm going to fall down. He's reaching past me. His pinky's high. He's fancy. Right? He's going to go hook my ankle, pull it out. Now I really can't get to his head. I'm already falling down. Now he's going to walk behind me. Instead of fighting my shoulders, he's walking behind. Make sense? Get to my back. He remounts. Boom. Don't worry about the remount right now unless we work through it. Okay, we're just trying to get that escape. Okay? CPR on his hip, legs flat, and shrimp. Hook his foot and pull it in between. Pull my bottom leg out, and I switch my hips. I've already got my underhook. chop your outside leg. The inside leg is holding on to his leg here. Right? I chop that leg to get up to my elbow. Pinky's high, so I'm reaching past him. Now I can go find his ankle. Up to my knees. Don't worry about pulling that inside leg out. Leave it in between their legs. It's not a big deal. Right? I'm reaching past him. Then I can grab that far knee, circle my hips, knock him down. Questions? All right, if none of that makes sense, go over on that side. Everybody else this side. 1, 2, 3.